He didn't have a safety net. He didn't have a plan B. He barely had a place to sleep. But he had one thing the world couldn't take away. He chose to try. If you've ever felt like life handed you less than everyone else, if you've looked at what you have and thought, how can I start with this? Then this isn't just his story. It's yours too. His name was Ethan. No rich parents, no trust fund, no backup plan. He grew up in a part of town where the only thing that came on time was the bills. His mom worked double shifts. His dad wasn't around much. By the time he was 18, Ethan had nothing that looked like a future. No college acceptance letters, no savings, just a part-time job at a warehouse and a cracked phone screen. His room was barely big enough for a mattress on the floor, and most nights, he'd lie there staring at the ceiling, wondering what it would feel like to wake up without this constant weight on his chest. He wanted something better, but wanting doesn't pay rent. And the truth? Most people around him had stopped trying a long time ago. Then one day, Ethan saw something that stuck with him. It was a quote scribbled on the back of a cardboard box at work. "You don't have to be ready. You just have to start." First, he laughed. Start what? With what? But that night, lying on his mattress, the words wouldn't leave him alone. He didn't have a degree, a mentor, or even a clear plan. But he had a choice. And sometimes the smallest choice is the loudest rebellion. So he started small, waking up an hour earlier to study free online courses on his old laptop, jotting down business ideas in a battered notebook, asking questions at work instead of just clocking in and clocking out. No one was clapping. No one even noticed. But for the first time in a long time, Ethan felt like he was moving forward. He realized something that most people never do. You don't need to have everything to start something. Every skill he learned, free. Every connection he made, earned through showing up. Every bit of progress, paid for in time, not money. And slowly, things began to change. One day, the warehouse manager asked him to train a new hire. A few months later, he was promoted to shift supervisor. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't Instagram-worthy. But it was proof. Proof that the kid with nothing could build something. Not because the odds were in his favor, but because he stopped waiting for them to be. Here's the truth. Nobody is going to hand you a perfect starting point. Some people get head starts. Some people have connections. Some people are born into opportunity. And some people, like Ethan, have to make theirs from scratch. That's not fair, but it's reality. And you can spend your life wishing it was different, or you can start with what's in your hands right now. Ethan could have stayed bitter. He could have said, "It's too late. I don't have enough." But instead, he said, "This isn't much, but it's enough to start." Fast forward 2 years. Ethan isn't in that warehouse anymore. He's running his own small logistics company with 3 employees who remind him of himself. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't stumble into a viral moment. He built it, piece by piece, day by day. And when people ask him how he did it, he just smiles and says, "I didn't wait for the perfect moment. I started in the middle of the mess." Because the truth is, you can start broke. You can start scared. You can start tired. Just don't start tomorrow. Start now. Because one day you'll look back and realize the moment you chose to try was the moment everything changed. If the story hit you, comment below. I choose to start. Share this with someone who thinks they have nothing left. They need to hear it. Subscribe for more weekly motivation because you're one choice away from a different life.